I am a woman on a mission. It's been a while. I am a woman on a mission. Whoa. I love that. Whatever it takes, I will do what I've got to do. I think that is literally for me right now. How are we, everybody? I hope you are well. Sorry about me moving things around. I wasn't prepared. Although obviously I set this up some time ago, I wasn't prepared in this spot to do it here. So how are we? How's the weekend been so far? Oh my gosh, have I got some really, really, really interesting things to share with you. I've got lots to cover off today. I've got lots of news. So let me know in the chat how you are. Please do remember to hit the thumbs up as well. Hello, hello, hello. I see we've got Australia on. I see we've got the UK on. This is amazing. Thank you for being here with me. So, hey Gems, how are you, my darling? So yesterday I had the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I went, I know, right, Meredith, for you in, I think you're on the are you on the Gold Coast, or you're somewhere like 9 hours ahead of us, aren't you? And so it's your afternoon, early evening over there, which is just not cool. The weekends are going for, in fact, let's talk about that a little bit. The time, who on earth is, yeah, I thought you were Gold, that kind of side. So East Coast. Linear time right now. What's going on? I don't know about you guys, but I seem to blink and hours and days are going past right now. So what's really interesting is I feel that we are stepping through multiple timelines at the moment, and we are literally making a decision on the timeline that we're going to be living in. So please do remember to use your consciousness on this. If you are someone that is finding yourself at the moment reaching out to somebody and kind of like putting them in a box, and I'm not talking about putting in a boundary in place, I mean you're literally just like, I don't like the way that you say that, or just being a bit nasty, please know you are picking your timeline right now. Right, what I would be doing now is responding with everything with love, literally everything, no matter what it is, respond with love. But do remember that you can put boundaries in place. So for example, a good example of this is my friend Gary. He piped up again this week. I can't remember what he put, but he put on a video that I did with Donna. He was basically being a bit of a dick again, no surprise. And do you know what? I was like, right, envisage Gary, send him loads of love. I'm just going to send him loads and loads of love. And then I blocked him because there is... there's a boundary that needs to be put in place because he doesn't know it, which is why I'm sending him love. He doesn't recognize that something is driving him to be super critical and be naughty and nasty. But he doesn't get that. Okay, he doesn't get it. People that are calling you out on things right now and being mean to you, they don't get it. They're not understanding. They're not understanding that something is driving them in that direction. Like I say, it's about putting boundaries in place. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. So I'm not going to go back to him and be like, hey, Gary, why are you being such a dick? I'm just like, Gary, do you know what? I'm going to send you love from my heart to yours. I truly hope it lands in you, but I'm not going to allow you to keep doing that right now. And then I put a boundary in place. Okay. So a clear demonstration of what you guys can be doing right now. You do not need to tolerate people being a bully to you. You do not need to tolerate people being mean to you. Respond to everything with love. No matter what people are saying, no matter what people are doing, they are showing you 1,000,000% right now where they are at with themselves. So please do remember to give love in every scenario. Love is what we're doing. Love is where we are going. The love vibration is where we are heading. And most people are so freaking scared of love. And I think I'm going to do an Instagram live on this week. Most people are so scared of love that they do not know how to respond with it. They don't know how to sit with it. They don't know how to, nurture it and allow it to actually help you grow. So Keith or Veronica, maybe you can just pop my Instagram handle because I'm being shadow banned so seriously on there at the moment. Basically, I'm going to continue to do lives on Instagram. I am going to share some stuff. proud of me. If you have watched my energy update from July, I was constantly sharing about self-love. Also, the new moon ritual that I did was loaded with self-love this time. I am the self-love queen, right? My brand is Self-Love Club with Lucy Davis, or Self-Love Club, but I call it Self-Love Club with Lucy Davis because there's so many pages out there with Self-Love Club on. So, you know, I am the queen of doing that. I am the queen of self-love. So, you know, really what we need to be doing right now is taking time out, loving ourselves, recognizing where we are and what we are doing. So on that note, I'm just going to give you this information now. I am taking some time off this week. Throwing it out there to you all. I am throwing it out there. I've cancelled my membership call from this evening and I've moved it to Tuesday because of the football. Now, whether you like the football, whether you dislike the football, and again, I did a very passionate Instagram live on it this week about the distraction that football is creating right now. Whether you like it or not, many people in England, probably the whole of the population of England, are going to be watching that game tonight. Why? Because it's patriotic. Why? Because they're partners. Why? Because they're going to make it a family barbecue or whatever. So I've moved my call to Tuesday evening. So this week coming, I am clearing my diary of absolutely everything other than conscious conversations and my membership. Other than that, and my coaching. I need to coach my coaches. So they are the 3 commitments that I'm going to have this week. On Tuesday, tomorrow, Monday, I am leaving Bournemouth. I have been guided intuitively to leave Bournemouth. Very unexpected, very unexpected, but here I am. I'm being told I need to get out of Bournemouth. I'm being told I need to go on a bit of a journey. Joe, I've got an opinion on, or I've got a feeling of what's going to happen tonight. If I feel that I'm going to be able to get away with saying it on here, I will share it. If not, I will probably share it elsewhere. Okay. I think you're in my conscious conversation community, aren't you? So I can share it there, if not, tomorrow night. So basically what I am doing this week is I'm leaving Bournemouth tomorrow. I am actually going to this, I don't know why I'm going to this. In fact, I do know now. At the time when I was like, this is where I'm going and that's what I'm doing, I had no clue, but I got the insights this morning. So I'm going to somewhere in the Midlands. Tomorrow. And then I will be going to Anglesey from Tuesday to Thursday, and then I'm going to be heading to the Lake District. And what is so interesting is I was like, I don't know, I've just got to do this stuff. When I came to Bournemouth back in whenever I came here, June maybe, I was shown very clearly that this was goodbye. This was goodbye to Bournemouth, and I didn't understand it, especially when obviously I decided to pull out of my house. I thought, oh no, I'm going to end up going back to Bournemouth for a year or something. But I was shown very clearly, and it didn't make any sense to me. But as you guys know, I'm extremely intuitive and I just surrender to it. And I'm like, okay, whatever comes through to me, I'll do, and I'll share and I'll say. If people don't like it, people don't like it. If people have a reaction to it, people have a reaction to it. But I'm exactly the same with travel, and I have been since 2014. Since 2017, I have lived every second of every day on my intuition. Sometimes it's sent me down a garden path that I didn't want to go down. Most of the time, it has been an absolutely amazing, yes, please, Jem, amazing, it's taken me on amazing paths. And when this happened, so it was basically 9 o'clock on Friday morning. Was it Friday morning? Whatever day I filmed the new moon ritual, because I was completely distracted doing it. Whatever day that was anyway, I basically, something cropped up and I was like, I can view this as I'm going to, inner child stuff, or I'm actually just going to intuitively drop in and look at this as an opportunity. And oh my gosh, the information that has come through yesterday and today has been profound. So I'm going to go on a bit of a trip. And I'm literally not going to be responding to messages. If you've got my phone number and you're not in my business, please don't message me. Like, I need to take some time out. I need to do this for humanity, because what I was shown this morning is that actually my whole journey is going to be about the ley lines. So that's really interesting. I need to preserve some of my time. It's funny. I was with a couple of girlfriends yesterday afternoon, and they said to me like, "I don't know how you cope." Literally, everybody messages me about everything. I can't even say to you, I get messages about everything, making decisions on their life, what dreams they've had, the food that they're eating, what's going on with their kids. Now, I don't want to say to you guys, don't do that, because you obviously need a vessel. You obviously need somewhere to put it. But the expectation on me to respond, I've got to take some time out for me. And I truly hope that all of you watching this are like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. That's basically giving me permission to be able to take this time out for ourselves. Guys, not enough of us are doing it. And the fundamental truth of the matter is, and I actually had to write, some guy was laughing at me this morning because I was writing notes on my notepad in my phone as I was doing my 10K. But I actually had to write some notes on this today, because unless we start stepping up and into loving ourselves, like you guys know, I am so consistent. I turn up every day. I never put my clients off unless for some reason, like I was going to cancel. I was going to cancel Conscious Conversations the day that I was due to be moving. As soon as I didn't move, I put it back on. Do you get what I mean? I'm not the person that goes, oh, well, I've cancelled it now, I'll just leave it off. I'm the kind of person that will show up always. If you are one of my clients, you will get me with bells on every single time. Every single call we have, you will get the best version of me. However, I have to put my clients first. I have to put myself and my family first. And in response to Keith's question in the chat, Lucy, are you recharging for something bigger to come? Yes. Yes. October of this year through for probably 12 months is going to be extremely, extremely, extremely full on. That's my insight. That's my feeling. Maybe November, December time, but it's going to happen. This winter is going to be extremely heavy for us, and it's time to start recharging now. It's time to get your immune system back on point. It is time to really start getting connected. Okay. I was shown yesterday, like literally, I didn't know why this was happening or what it was happening, but I did know that before I leave the UK for good, I had to go to the Lake District. I've never been. It's always wanted me to go there. I've needed to go there. It's been calling me for many years, but I've never had a reason to go. I've never had anybody to go with. And I've just kind of put it off, I'll be honest, and this opportunity has presented itself to me. And I'm like, wow, this is the time. This is the time. And what's very interesting is I'm going to be traveling on maybe over the whole of my trip. What I'm planning to do, I'm going to be doing about 4 or 5 of the ley lines. This is huge. This is huge. Some of you will remember back in April 2019 or maybe April 2018, I actually went to America and I didn't realize what I was doing. I ended up doing a massive road trip from Chicago all the way down to, I don't know, below Mississippi, like literally from Chicago all the way down south. I ended up in an addiction center doing some work with kids there, no surprise. And I ended up doing a crossover the whole of America. Very interesting. Now what I am about to do is something very similar in the UK. And I just trust, I know that there is something in my soul that goes in and it absolutely helps do the healing work that it needs to do. Okay, it's profound. I don't know what I'm doing. I trust my intuition. My soul knows what she's doing. She is placing me in certain spots where I need to be present for a day or a few days and allow my energy to go into Mother Nature and into the core of the earth, so that everybody can get the healing off the back of it. Now I know, Gary, bless his heart, tells me that I'm a false prophet and that I'm promising things that I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I do not know what I am doing. I just know what my soul says. We got to go and do this. Some people would say that I'm crazy. Some people would say that it's the voices in her head and she needs locking up in a institution or whatever. I just trust this path more than I've ever trusted anything in my life. And I'm going to be doing a huge part of the country. So I would really appreciate it. I would really, really, really appreciate it if you guys can completely support this. Okay, I'm doing this journey on my own. There may be times when I am with people, like I might see people in certain places, but that's going to be quite rare. I would just really appreciate your love and your kindness and your support over the course of the incoming week to 10 days. I will then end up being back. I'm actually going to go and stay with my dad for a few days. I need to sort out my stuff at his place. So I'm going to go there for a few days. And then the vision is either to go to Spain, because you guys know that I'm being called to Spain. But this morning, again, Mexico has started coming back up again. And I got 2 messages for Mexico within about 30 seconds of each other. And I've just said to my guides, to the universe, to God, to Jesus, to the divine, to whatever you know, whatever you guys believe in, I've literally just said, you know, I'm allowing this flow. You decide, you guide me, and I'm just going to allow you to just show me and take me wherever you need me to be. Interesting that Huna is going to Europe. There is a huge shift taking place, absolutely huge shift taking place. So we must be coming together right now. It's extremely interesting that people like myself, many people like myself around the world right now, are intuitively going to places that we're being told you can't go there, you can't do this, you can't do that, but we're being intuitively guided to go there. And like I say, I know at certain places I will be stopped, I will be grounded, I will be like doing the stuff that I do. Every single one of us is important in this mission, every single one of us. It's not just 1 or 2 of us. It's not just, you know, because I sit on YouTube and chat about it, doesn't mean I'm any more important than you. And anybody that makes out that they're more important than you, that's not okay. All of us that are coming back together right now, we've all got souls of really incredible people. All of us. Nobody is better than you ever. So let's start raising this consciousness. If you feel drawn to go somewhere, and I'm not talking to the chocolate shop, you know, or something like that, because remember, that's lower vibration right now. If you feel drawn to go to a place right now and do whatever it is that you need to do right now, please go there. Please trust your intuition. Please trust the inner knowing, the inner wisdom, the guidance that you have got going on. Some people are here for the, like, I don't even believe that I'm here for like the you know, the planet level, the lower level. I don't believe that I'm here to do that. But trust me, the amount of places I've been sat in between oh my gosh, in Bali. What are the islands of? Oh my gosh, my mind has just gone completely blank. I can see them. The islands that are between Bali and, oh my gosh, my mind's gone blank. Anyway, you know, literally, I have been called to one of the islands before, the Gili Islands. Thank you. My God, I'm glad somebody's brain's working this morning, because clearly mine's not. I've been called to sit in between 2 of the Gili Islands before on a paddleboard. So I've gone. I don't know why I need to do this, but I just need to go in the ocean on a paddleboard. I sat there for about 3 hours. What one of the shamans that I know basically said to me was, underneath where I was sat, there was some damage from an earthquake. And I basically just kind of like put a seal, just by my physical being there, I almost kind of put a seal over it. I don't know what I'm doing. Literally, I'm not even going to pretend. But like I say, this shaman girlfriend of mine, she called me up and she was like, where are you? And I said, oh, I'm here and here, you know, I'm between here and here. And she was like, oh my God, I should have known. Like, I should have known this shift has taken place. It's got to be down to you. Because I was literally sat in that ocean doing, like, literally, I just was on a paddleboard and I had my feet in the water. I had all these turtles swimming around me. And for those of you that know, I love sea turtles. Like, I just love sea turtles. And then I just laid down on this paddleboard and I was just watching the sky. And I was like, I don't know why, I just need to be here and do this. And yeah, there was a massive energetic shift around the damage that had been created where the earthquake had taken place. So when I get intuitively drawn to go to Glastonbury, go up north, you guys remember a few months ago I had to go to Sheffield. Again, that was an intuitive pull, and again I did some work on the lines there, but I know what I'm doing. It's not that I'm intentionally saying, right, this is the work that I'm doing. My intentional work is, the quantum within you. It's to get your cellular level DNA vibrating at a different level to the way that it is now, at a different vibration. That's what my intentional work is to do. So please, 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 if you are drawn to go somewhere and you're like, I don't know, I'm just going to sit here for an hour, trust me, your soul will be doing something that you probably will never even know what you're doing. Go, trust it. All of us are far more powerful than we have ever been led to believe. So I truly believe over the coming weeks and months, there is going to be such a huge, huge shift around the planet. I do believe, I agree. I do believe that, we can all be in different places around the world and we actually almost set up a grid. I've been talking about this grid being lit up for, I don't know, maybe 5 years. And the reason I traveled as much as I traveled was because now I've got communications, I've got contacts, I've got a network all across the world. Literally all across the world, from South America all the way to New Zealand. Like literally I have contacts all over the world that when we come together in a meditation or something and we can set the intention, it's almost like bing, 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 bing. The grid work is being lit up. And that is what we are doing here. So my little hissy fit on Friday morning, it wasn't a hissy fit at all. I was just like, oh my God, I can't be bothered to move. I'll be honest. I was like, please just let me be still for a very short period of time. Like, just give me a month. But they were like, no, you don't have a month. I really do feel that this is for the greater good of humanity that I'm having to do this. And although that I'm really tired, like physically right now, I want to rest. That's why I'm putting some boundaries in place. Yes, I will probably be reading messages next week, but I'm not going to be responding to them. I'm intending to do lives and stuff, but I won't be looking back over the comments or anything like that. I need to be present with me right now. I might have a couple of friends coming up at one point, but and I might go and see a couple of girlfriends on my travels or whatever, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. And it doesn't mean that I don't love you. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just means I need to look after me right now. I really do. Even when I was in Spain, I took one day for myself. That was it. And I wasn't really on my own that day because I saw Charlie, and then because he helped me with something over there that I needed help with. And then I had some of the guys from the centre that come to check on me because I kept cancelling things and moving things. And they were like, we just wanted to check you were okay. So even then I couldn't get the time on my own. So I'm literally taking myself out of the equation to do what is right for me. And please do the same for you. There are people that I absolutely trust, being in my energy, that aren't going to drain me. And that's what I need to do for a while. Imagine how I'm going to be firing on all cylinders if I get 1 week to myself. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know, where am I going to be next Sunday? Yeah, I probably will do Sunday service next week, but I might do it at a different time. I might do it in the evening because I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere. So I might do it in the evening because I want to make the best use of the days, because I'm going to be on my own. I don't really want to be out in dark or in vulnerable times. Do you get what I mean? So I think I might change the time, but I'll keep you guys posted on it completely. Anyway, trust where you're going. Trust what you are doing. It might not make sense to you at the time that you're doing it, but just trust your journey. Just trust that you are absolutely where you need to be. Even if it frustrates you, even if, curveballs come up and you want to have a little hissy fit and you're like, no, I don't want to do this. Trust the plan right now. And I'm not talking a plan that, some organization are pretending to have made up. I mean, trust the plan that your soul has for you. That's the only plan that exists. There is no overall plan from my perspective. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't feel that there is this overall plan. I feel that basically we are all stepping up into our roles right now. I don't even think anybody is coming to help us. I don't feel that. I feel that God has basically said, or Jesus or whoever, like the divine or whatever, is basically saying, you have to remember that it's about you. You have to take the action. And maybe this message from Lucy today is Jesus's message to get to you. Like maybe that's the gold there. You know, most of us go, oh no, you know, this is going to happen. And because it doesn't happen in the way that we expect it to happen, we basically go, nah, that can't be right. I literally trust my intuition constantly. Constantly. Has it, like I said at the beginning, has it led me wrong at times? Absolutely. But has it served me well? Yes. Every single experience I've lived through has been amazing growth. Amazing growth. Lucy, I remember one of your meditations you did. I saw my soul light shoot up into the sky. To an angel pulsating beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. And that is what we're doing right now. And thank you for sharing that, Keith. That's a really beautiful reminder. That's what we're doing right now. Everybody that is prepared to stand in their truth, everybody that is, you know, doing whatever they feel is right for them right now. And this is even the people that have taken the things that we perhaps don't agree with or whatever, they are trusting their intuition. They are trusting their soul path right now. But what you've got to remember is, unless you surrender to your intuition, how are you ever going to get that vibration of connection? If you are constantly in your head and you're constantly allowing your ego and you're constantly questioning, or you're like, and I had a great chat with Helen, who I think's on here now, yesterday, and she was like, well, it doesn't feel like that to me. And I'm like, yeah, but what if that is the way that they communicate with you? Because people expect, when I talk about a download, or when I talk about an upgrade, or when I talk about, you know, something like that, people have a preconceived idea as to what that might be like. What if yours is different? What if the only way you're going to know what yours feels like is by you taking a step back, surrendering, being present, being able to put boundaries in place, stop saying yes to everybody, stop, you know, doing all of that stuff, stop being everybody's bloody, for me, it's like, you know, everybody verbal diarrheas, all of their stuff like towards me, and that's fine. That's part of my job. And this is what I was saying to the girls yesterday. That's part of my remit. I signed up for this. Doesn't mean that I have to respond. Doesn't mean that I have to engage with it. It means, you know, I acknowledge it, and then that's that. And this is about boundaries. I probably should have shut these doors because I've got the washing machine on. So sorry if you can hear it spinning in the background. We must trust. We must trust our own individual journeys. Do I feel that there is a higher power? Yes, I do feel there is a higher power. Joanne, I think, called it God. I call it the divine. Some people call it Jesus. You know, yes, I believe there is a higher power. Do I think they're coming to save us? No, I don't. You are here to be your savior. They are communicating the messages to you to take the action. And this is, you know, there's a lot of people out there that perhaps don't like what I'm saying here. You know, a lot of people will not resonate with it. A lot of people will not like the fact that I'm saying no one's coming to save us, not in a physical form or an energetic form. They're not coming to save us. They are giving us messages. They are providing us gold. Are we listening is the question. Just because you feel that it should be in your ear, this is what I want you to do, just because it doesn't come like that. If you constantly get something popping up in your mind and you're like, maybe I need to act on this. Maybe I need to do something about this. Maybe I need to research this. Maybe I need to investigate this. It's all signs. Sorry, my nose is really itchy, which means my guides are with me, which is nice. Oh, I mean, obviously, because this stuff coming out of my mouth isn't me. It isn't me at all. It just comes out my mouth. So, you know, we must start to surrender, guys. And people hate the word surrender because it feels weak or, you know, anything like that. But actually, the greatest gift you will ever give yourself is to just saying, do you know what? When my ego pops up, when my little voice in my head pops up that says, I can't do this, I can't go there, I'm not good enough, who wants to hear what I've got to say? It's down to you to just say to yourself, do you know what? Thank you for bringing my consciousness to the fact that the voice in my head is still playing its game. Thank you for that consciousness. However, today I am good. Today I am going to step through. Today I am going to shine. Today I am going to be the best version of myself. Today I am going to literally open myself up to that invisible telephone box that we've got, where we get the messages between whoever it is that you believe in and yourself. Open it up, pick up that telephone, ask, what do you need me to do for you today? Ask the questions. Who do you need me to be around? If somebody is starting to not resonate with you, don't follow them. You know, if I'm starting to grate on you because I'm bringing things into consciousness that you don't want to, that you don't want to hear about, like, don't follow me. Doesn't mean you need to be an asshole and comment and be nasty. Just don't follow me. I see stuff every single day from people. You know, I see people with pictures saying, I've been, jabberwockied. Who fucking cares? Who cares? I don't go, you're an idiot for doing that. No, I just go, it's not something that I want to give my energy to. It's as simple as that, guys. You are choosing your path. Do you want to make it easy or do you want to make it challenging? For me, I have picked a challenging route. I am making it as easy as possible. I am making it easy by saying, and I'm going to use Keith as an example because he would never do this. If Keith all of a sudden started being mean to me, I would be like, wow, I wonder what's going on in Keith's life. Do you know what? I'm just going to send him some love because I know that that's not the real Keith. I know he'd never do that, by the way. But I do that with total strangers. Because none of us know what's going on in other people's lives. And it's good and it's easy and it's quick. It's not good, but it's easy and it's quick for them to launch at a total stranger. And there's a lot of it taking place right now. Some of you are going to be extremely shocked at some of the people that you follow on social media. Some of the huge names out there, they are perhaps not quite as pure as they make themselves out to be. You guys need to figure it out for yourself, though. There are so many people out there that are pure hearts and pure souls that are being drawn like a fly to a light or a moth to a light, whatever the saying is. I think it's a fly around something else. A moth to the light. And they don't even recognize that the undertone of these people that they are giving their love and attention and affections to is actually extremely dark. And they're being pulled there. They're being pulled there. And that's what's taking place around the world right now. This is a literal war. Oh, Meredith, sweetheart, you will be, babe. Just by default. Honestly, don't give yourself a hard time about it. By default, there will be someone, babe. Honestly, I'm really getting a lot of downloads about people at the moment, and I'm very, very shocked. I'm very shocked, and I'm not acting on it very quickly. I'm just sitting with it and I'm watching and I'm observing and I'm using my discernment and I'm just keeping a barrier there because obviously, I know that this is coming into my consciousness for a reason. So don't give yourself a hard time about it. We've all done it. We've all been there. We're all experiencing the same things. It's about really being truthful and saying, does that resonate with me? And I've upset a lot of people. Because all of a sudden I've gone, no, I can't do videos with that person anymore. No, I can't work with that person anymore. No, I just need to step away because I'm not resonating with that person or whatever. And that's really important. That's really important for you to figure out who and who isn't on your vibrational alignment. It's very, very important. We're not going to be all things to all people. There are people in all different vibrations. I am, what's the word I was going to use? I was going to use the word struggle, but I'm not. It's not a struggle. I am not resonating in the lower frequency at the moment. This fear, I am watching it create dis-ease in people's bodies right now. The fear, the anxiety, I am choosing not to be around that right now. I am choosing because it's just not in vibrational alignment to me. I know it's happening and I know that I have to love my family and I know that I have to love the people that have taken the Jabberwocky and things like that. But I am choosing that I do not want to spend time with those people. I will love them. I will be there for them. When we are ready to get the other side of all of this, I will absolutely, if we can, detox them and all the rest of it. However, the dis-ease that is showing up from these lower vibrations right now is going to start impacting everyone, everybody. And this is where we need to have the consciousness. And I love the fact that you've just put that. I'm going to speak to Nick and Ed quickly for a second. Excuse me. So Nick, first and foremost, Nick has put, I am noticing a lot more people who are empty holograms, question mark. I am noticing the same. There is a lot of people that have been out there for a very long time who are literally empty right now. From my perspective, the way that I like to speak about it is they've sold their soul to the devil. They're literally vacant. Okay, I don't know if they're holograms or clones or looky-likeys or whatever. I just don't know. There is obviously that CGI technology and everything like that that is going on. Everything amazing right now, like all of that stuff. Remember, this is about creating consciousness, and this is something that we must keep going back to. We must keep coming back to the fact that this is to awaken the sleeping. Yes, we are at war. We are in a literal war right now. But these ridiculous things of, bars, restaurants and clubs are never going to, allow unjibberwackied, or unjabberwockied people into them. That is to force the young people into getting the jabberwocky. Okay? Everybody is being forced right now. Everybody is being forced into something that they do not want to do, and this is where the real war is about to get started. The real war is going to be. I know people that have said to me, "Oh, I'm not going to take the second one. Just I don't want to. Now I know about it. I'm not going to take it." I now know, now that information is coming out about pubs and clubs and restaurants, I know that those people will take it. This is about standing in your truth, no matter what. The fear is bringing us down, and this is why I feel I'm being kicked out of Bournemouth. It is literal fear that is being forced and thrust on people. Okay? Just remember this. So some of you may or may not have seen. I did an Instagram live yesterday, and it was only about 10 minutes, but it was a passionate one. So first thing in the morning, Helen dropped me a message with the fact that all pubs, clubs, and and restaurants are going to require the passport to be needed here in the UK. It's probably globally, let's be honest. But so I just said, oh wow, it looks like we're all having dinner around each other's houses, and it looks like things are going to change there. But then as I was driving to Surrey yesterday, I got this massive download again, or a reminder of a download. Now, a couple of years ago, I channeled that the hospitality industry was going to go. The whole hospitality industry was going to go. And I felt really bad saying it. It was probably about 3 years ago initially that I spoke about this. And then I've been speaking about it every now and again because I know this is very triggering for people. Hospitality is very low vibration. Think about it. A lot of the places have meat, low vibration. How do you get meat on a plate? You have to kill something. That's low vibration. Sorry to drop it out there, guys, on a Sunday morning when you're all probably thinking about your nice roast dinners and stuff like that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. How do you get meat on a plate? You have to kill. Is that high vibration or low vibration? High vibration or low vibration, more to the point. It's a low vibration activity. The next thing, alcohol. Alcohol, high vibration or low vibration? Low vibration. Entertainment, high vibration or low vibration? Most of it is low vibration. Why? Because it is there's a lot of mind control in the background. There's a lot of signaling. There's a lot of programming that takes place through it. Cinemas, great example. I watched part of a little movie that my little sister wanted to watch yesterday, and I was shocked. It was for kids, and this little monkey thing kept touching the boobs of the woman, the penis of the man, and I was disgusted. And I said to my dad, what on earth are you doing letting her watch this? And obviously he watched it for a moment and he was like, oh my God, what on earth? And literally this like pretend monkey thing was like grabbing hold of this guy's penis and literally like grabbing this woman's boob. And it's like, what on earth? And this is children. This is normalizing. Like, I'm all good for children knowing that boobs are boobs and penises are penises and vaginas are vaginas and how they work and all the rest of it. I'm all good with that. I'm not okay with a movie for a child almost insinuating that it's okay to just randomly grab bits and pieces of each other. I'm not okay with that. We must educate sex. We must educate our human anatomy really to our children how it should be. No embarrassment, not a BB or a whatever other language. I don't even know. Do you get what I mean? It's a vagina. It's a vagina. Let's normalize the language. It is a vagina. And I've spoken about this before in my sex video. You might want to go back and watch it. That was a pretty hot video that I did. So dancing, very high vibration, right? But the music tends to be of a low vibration. The music in clubs, the music at dance events, things like that is a low vibration. So we must recognize that. Dancing is so good for you. Find some solfeggios, find some frequency music that is at the amazing vibration. Allow your DNA to like basically circulate around you and start vibrating at the level that we need it to. I love a good dance. I love a good dance. I absolutely freaking love a good dance. I love a boogie. I am, I'm the queen. When I used to go to festivals, I used to literally just dance around, like literally for days, and like welcome everybody in, and I'd hug everyone and love everybody. Absolutely amazing. But remember what goes on at festivals: alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, that kind of thing. Low vibrational activities. And I know some of you are going to go, but psychedelics, but marijuana, just from a general standpoint, let's just go with this. Okay. It's low vibrational activity. What happens at these events is, lots of sex activity takes place, and it's not sacred sex. It's basically, sex, but from a porn star perspective or whatever. Do you get what I mean? Guys, this is what is so important. I loved Ibiza in the 90s. The first time I went to Ibiza, God knows how my mum let me. I went in 1995, or was it 1996? Basically, I was like 16 or 17, and I managed to sweet talk my mum into letting me go with my best friend. I don't know how we managed to do it. I mean, now they wouldn't even let a 16-year-old on a plane without an adult. But back then, literally, the two of us went to Ibiza. Oh my gosh. It was messy. It was carnage. It was just naughty. It was just absolutely next level, But this is why I do feel that although I am pretty well behaved now. I mean, the girls were trying to get me to have a few drinks yesterday, and I had a peaky little peach Bellini, and I had like a small glass of white wine when I had some food and that. And I just don't drink alcohol much anymore because it's just not me. So people think, oh yeah, Lucy is just such a little angel, and blah 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 blah. But I used to be that person. I used to be the one that was, lower vibrational frequency. I used to be the person that would be pulled down. So I'm just going to check my notes as to what else. In fact, there's a very important point I haven't touched on. So from my perspective, hospitality is going to get hit hard. Now, most of you will be like, oh yeah, but that's the fun gone. What are we going to do? I feel that this is the division. The low vibrational 3D world is going to stay with hospitality, hence why the Jabberwocky people will be able to go there. The higher vibing people that aren't prepared to take the Jabberwocky, we're going to have new entertainment, because we're actually going to be vibrating at a totally different frequency. We're not going to be being suppressed. We're actually breaking through the matrix. The people that want to stay in this lower vibrational matrix will stay there. That's their choice. Just like us not taking it, we're going to go to a higher vibration. Trust this. I don't feel sad. I don't feel sad about any of this at the moment. I feel sad because I know a lot of people in the hospitality business, and I really hope that their livelihoods are not going to be lost. That's what I hope, and that's what I'm praying for those people. I'm praying that they, do something to keep it high vibrational, but that's down to them. Anyway. So that's what I wanted to touch on about hospitality. The other thing that came through to me this morning when I was running, and it's actually very important based on what I was saying earlier about intuition, is this is a journey back to faith. How does that feel with you? This is a journey back to faith. Your faith may be God, your faith may be Jesus, your faith may be Allah, your faith may be the divine, your faith may be the universe, your faith may be whatever. This is about you standing in your truth and stepping back into faith. It does feel good, Ed, doesn't it? It feels beautiful. And Meredith, I can resonate with that. It's been missing for decades. It's been missing for decades. We have got so distracted by the materials, by the noise, by the bright, colourful, things like that. The bright, shiny objects. We've been so distracted. Now it is time for us to surrender and go back to faith. Faith in that you have an immune system and that you do not need to take anything to keep your immune system working. And I'm going to actually do a video, I think. In fact, let me write that down because I'll forget. I'm going to do a video on immune system on my YouTube channel this week. Okay, I'm going to do an immune system. I'm going to do a video on immune system for YouTube this week. So in fact, I might do it as another live. I like doing lives. I like being able to interact with you guys. I'm going to do that. I will set it up. I will create a flyer. I will put it through my social media. I know you have to search hard for me right now, but please do continue to search hard for me and I will get that done. I am I would like to encourage you. I would like to give you confidence. Your immune system works. Your immune system can be bulletproof if you know the right things to do. I will give you a list of things that you can go and buy off the internet to protect yourself. I will give you things that you can do for free for anybody who can't afford to buy stuff off the internet. Okay? None of this is my stuff. I'm not going to get a kickback from any of it. It's my job to help you boost your immune system right now. It is my job, because I trained nutritionally, to do the best that I can to help you. Your immune system works. You do not need to take a Jabberwocky or anything like that to keep you okay. Trust yourself, love yourself, recognize the faith that you have in yourself. And this is why when people say to me, oh, we got to pray for Jesus to come back and we've got to do this and we've got to do that. And I'm like, no, we don't. Like, pick up the messages intuitively that whoever is sending to you and act on it. Act on it. We must get that this intuition, it is given to us for a reason. I totally agree with you, MC. And I totally agree with you, Helen. Grow your own fruit, vegetables and herbs. We have the time to do this stuff. We've been given the time to be inwards. Most people have just been distracted by, oh, I'm missing out on this, or I need to watch this video. Like, what are you doing for you? So MC has actually put, I feel religion destroyed that faith and trust. My church upbringing wasn't good for me. Looking back, it programmed guilt and fear. I get that completely. Now, I'm not saying religion is bad, just to really get that on the record. I'm not saying that. There are pockets of everything in this world that is good and that is bad. I truly believe, and a lady shot me down quite heavily on this recently. She was a born-again Christian, and I basically said to her, look, I love your perspective. I love the fact that you are so, entrenched in what you believe. However, I feel that we need to be listening to different perspectives at the moment. My personal perspective is that we are going to take the best bits out of lots of different religions, and it's just going to be a thing that we just embody going forwards. We're not going to purposefully go out searching for and calling it religion or calling it anything like that. It's just going to be a knowing. We don't need to give everything a label. And I just truly feel that we are going to step back into love. We are going to step back into confidence. We are going to step back into our intuition. We are going to step back into our inner knowing and our inner wisdom about our health. Anybody that feels that they need to take like all of this nastiness, to be able to keep them well, oh, take paracetamol, take an ibuprofen, take the flu thing, take the Jabberwocky, the current Jabberwocky. Anybody that feels that way, they've got lost along the way. They've lost the faith in themselves. And that's why I run a 12-month program. That's why I'm going to create a much shorter program in 2022. That's why I do the Self-Love Club Hangs. Long story short, I get you back to yourself. I get you back to realizing that you do have that voice and that you can trust yourself. And that that everything you are doing is being guided. I agree, Nick. I'm not religious in the slightest, mate. Not at all. Like, literally, I don't know so much. I have been channeling a lot of Moses, as you guys know, because I've been open and honest about that, which again has triggered the shit out of my pal Gary. But that's the information that's been coming through. I'm not religious. I think that's why they picked me for this path, because I'm not religious. I'm open to hearing all different perspectives. Literally, I'm open to hearing it. I'm open to, oh, does that feel right? Or do I like that? How does this feel? I don't need to be right. I don't need to be right. I trust how I feel. How does it make me feel? That's the way that I live my life on everything. How does alcohol make me feel? Yeah, the first glass is okay. 4 glasses in, I feel like shit. I'm not going to do it. So I might have 1 or 2 and that's it. I do that with everything, with absolutely everything. How did cigarette smoking, because I used to smoke about 20 a day, 40 when I used to go partying a day. So how did cigarette smoking used to make me feel? It used to make me feel as if I was, taking pressure off myself and everything initially. And then I recognized that it didn't taste nice and it wasn't nice. And I convinced myself for many years. So do I do it now? No, I don't. How did it make me feel? It made me feel like I smell. It made me feel like, I didn't want to kiss people. It made me feel as if, people were like, oh, she stinks. So I changed my life. I changed because the way that it was making me feel didn't resonate with me anymore. Doesn't mean, guys, we're all part of evolution. We're here to change. That's what we're here to do. Just because you do something yesterday doesn't mean that you can't change it. Just because you eat meat today, now you've heard me say, obviously, to get meat, you've got to kill something. Killing something is a low vibration activity. You might go, do you know what? I'm only going to eat meat once or twice a week. Good for you. So you are taking your consciousness up a level. And then you'll start recognizing, how does meat make me feel? How does certain fruits and vegetables make me feel? Oh, if they don't make me feel energized, I won't be eating them. If they do make me feel energized, I'm going to eat more of them. That's how I live my life with everything. How do my relationships make me feel? Do they nourish me or not? If they don't nourish me, I don't want to be around those people. Simple as that. It's nothing that you can't do. I have a faith in myself, even though people think I am literally crazy. Literally, oh, but you're not seeing your best friends. Oh, you're not seeing this and you're not doing that. People think I am literally nuts, but I value myself. Sorry about the washing machine. I value myself and I have so much faith in myself that I know I am at a level where I know what feels right. And I know when my ego is piping up, because let's be honest, if somebody calls you out on your bullshit and says something to you, maybe you've done something wrong or you've been mean and you've been called out on it, it's easier to be like, oh, I'm just going to cut that person off. It's easier to do that, right? It's much, much easier. What I do is go, let's look at this factually. Could you have delivered the message better? Say I was mean to somebody, or maybe I was a bit short with somebody, yeah? Could I have delivered the message in a better way? Yes, I probably could have done. Okay, so I've had a reaction to them having a reaction. Okay, why did I have a reaction? What is it in me? Is it because I don't like being told off? Is it my inner child healing coming up? Is it my ego piping up? Nobody can tell me what to do, because they're different things. Inner child wants to be loved and wants to be nurtured. Is there a better way? Maybe you can educate that person. Hey, do you know what? I really get what you're talking about, and I'm sorry that you feel that way. However, going forwards, if you've got something to say to me, could you please blah, 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 or could we agree a better way to talk about it? Because I kind of started getting a bit of a reaction because you were being angry with me, or you were being emotional with me, or something like that. Guys, this is what we've come here to do. And that is the faith that I have in myself. A faith. I trust myself, and I can't believe I say that. Like, back in the day, I didn't used to trust myself with toffee, let alone anything else. Now I trust myself so implicitly. I am so connected to a faith in me that I have this literal phone that goes up to the divine, goes up to God, goes up to Jesus, goes up to whoever. And that's how I get the intuitive guidance, the intuitive pulls. That is what I am talking about. Faith is where we need to be recognizing. Faith is what we need to be doing. Faith is what we need to be stepping into. And it starts at home. There is a reason they demanded I called it Self-Love Club. Remember that. You know, those words did not resonate with me at the time. I named this back in like 2016 or something. It made me feel a bit queasy. But now it makes total sense. You cannot ascend without the faith in yourself. And okay, self-love feels a little bit indulgent, and it, it's got that L word in it, but it's the same thing. It's about trusting. It's about taking yourself back to faith. So, guys, I know I mentioned inner child a minute ago. I'm actually doing a session at the end of July, 27th. Veronica can remind me because I always get dates wrong. 27th of July, I am doing a Self-Love Club Hangs, and it's all going to be about inner child healing. All going to be about meeting your inner child, recognizing your inner child. How does your inner child show up? We're going to be doing steps around that to make sure that you can acknowledge it, have the consciousness on it, step forwards with it, etc., etc. So, if you would like tickets for that, they are on sale on my website. We'll put the link in here. And yeah, it's an evening seminar in the UK. It'll be between 7 and 9 p.m. Probably 9:30, let's be real. If you want to come along to that, please check out your respective time zones. I don't know what they are. I just do it at that time because it's the best for me for channeling. I'd rather do it in the morning, I'll be honest with you. But obviously my American followers can't attend. And at lunchtime is probably not ideal for people in the UK because of work and stuff like that. So I do it in the UK evening because it's the early morning for Oz and it's the afternoon for America. So I pick that time. And I try to finish a bit earlier because I'm just no good channeling that late at night. It's just not very good for me. I'm much better doing it through the day whilst I've got the energy to be able to really, really empower you guys and connect you guys. Please remember, you are you. You are not what your government have decided. You are not what your partner has decided. You are not what your mother or your father has decided. Remember, the toxicity that we have had in our lives is what has driven us to elect these people that are currently the puppet masters. Remember this. Remember, they have driven us into making these toxic decisions. Now is the time where we break the mold. Now is the time where we break the matrix. It is time for us to step up and step out and get on with our beautiful lives in the way that it's intended. Guys, we've got a lot of action to take. I see probably to the end of 2022, this continuing to go. Okay? It's I'm sorry. I wish I could say, it's going to all be over next week. I just feel that we've got a lot of mop up and stuff yet to go. Okay, guys, please do remember to hit the thumbs up on the way out. Comment, share your feels. How does this sit with you? How does it not sit with you? Yeah, Ed, neither did I, mate. But let's be honest. There's a lot of toxicity in this country that did. So and we are. It wouldn't have mattered who got elected. Let's be honest about it. They're all birds of the same feather. They are the same. They are being guided by the same people. We just need to accept that and get rid of the old systems. Guys, I love you to the moon and stars. I hope you found this useful. I will see you next Sunday. Keep an eye on the community tab on YouTube, and I will be sharing when this live will definitely be next Sunday. Okay? Lots of love to you guys. Take care. Speak to you soon.